Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and this is FTB Beyond, episode 10. How you doing today? Haven't done too much in between episodes. Pretty much, I've told you a few times through the weeks here that there'll be some back-to-back recording. So this is a back-to-back recording, but I have managed to get some more worms, which I got from doing that piece. Planted some sugarcane here. I can't remember if it works, but I haven't hooked up the power to that one yet. And there's a reason I haven't hooked up power is I want to, as I said in the last episode, I want to automate it. Can you not plant hemp seeds? That is potentially a problem. You cannot do it? Okay. Well, there you go. It doesn't do hemp seeds, people. That's cool. Let's throw them back in. And see, what other seeds do I have? Cotton, barley. Can I, with barley, can I do the same thing? Barley. Yeast, baked bread. Yeast. So that's just a straight convert to flour. I don't think it needs to be pulverized. Hey, we can make Vegemite for all you people in Australia who know what it's like. Let's see here. So I can just direct convert it to flour, which is even easier, but I'll leave that for the moment. Now I said I was going to try out XNAT, so I'm going to try it out. We need one more thing before I can use XNAT. So you can see in my inventory there, I have a sag mill, I have a powered furnace, I have a culinary generator, I've got some connectors. I will need a controller, which requires an RF tools facing. I now need to make a couple of these. 1, 2. I'm going to need a few more redstone torches. That should be enough. I need one of these. That should get us a controller. Now I've got some cable here. Cables made very simply. Some strings, some redstone, and a gold nugget. You can colour them depending on where you want to connect to. I'm just going with blue because it's just plain straightforward, and it's the base one anyway, right? So to colour them, this is just a connector, and it just happens to be blue from the start. You can actually change colours on them, as I was saying, for different things. There are facades. You can make facades to cover them up. But for the moment, I don't think I need advanced. I think I'm going to give it a go. I've never done it. I've watched it on other people's channels, but I've never actually done it. I'm hoping this will work. So let's first off dig up a bit of a hole here, because I want to combine all this together. And as I said earlier, eventually disconnect the base power. So let's get all this run. We'll run a cable through here. Alright, because we're going to need a couple of things. Firstly, we're going to need the XNAT connector onto each of these blocks, and then we're also going to need obviously the power going back in. So it's not going to look amazing, but I'm going to put a connector on the outside like this. Same over here. And then we're going to want, I'm going to need a couple more connectors actually. I misjudged the number I would need. So obviously the idea is that we have the sag mill. So let's just put these. What's the best way of doing this? I want the power. I'm going to run the power underground here. I'm going to run the power below. One more level down. Just so we can keep it underground, because otherwise we're going to end up with all this stuff above ground and it's going to look ugly. Should I have a couple of conduits? Yes, I do. Alright, so there's power underneath, right? So we're going to have a Still not going to work the way I want it to. Sag mill. I'm going to separate these out. It's starting to rain here. Okay, let's put you there. Okay, so we've got a culinary generator, we've got a powered furnace, and we've got a sag mill. So obviously culinary generator will generate power based on what you've got. So this will do 24,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. So these things will be getting a little bit of power. Yep. And what I plan on doing is taking wheat, putting it through the sag mill, taking the flour, putting it in here, and then taking the bread back into this furnace, turning it into toast, and then putting the toast in here. Because toast, which I missed, looks like it gives 60 seconds worth. What does toast give us? So bread gives us 24,000. Toast, let's find it. I mean, I could just make another piece in my hand and show everyone, but I was hoping this would be quicker. Oh my gosh. It literally is going to be quicker for me to grab this and do this. So obviously I need to have an XNet connector on each one to enable us to move items in and out of that block. So this will generate 65,000 RF. So bread was 24, wasn't it? So that produces a lot more power at a slightly higher amount. Cool. So let's get at least another connector. I need a couple of chests. No, just chests, thanks. Oh boy. There's some chests. Get at least one more. I think it's one more. Let's give this a go. So I'm going to want one there, and one there. Cool. I'm going to put the controller here because he needs power too. Cable. Let's run power over to here. I'm not going to connect him up yet though, because honestly I don't know whether I need to connect this one up at all yet, because it's not going to be producing wheat. So let's just deal with one side. So maybe that's a derp on my part. Let's deal with one side. Cable down. There's one. No. Two. Oh, I do need connectors onto here. Well, that's a bummer. So I'm going to get another connector. I don't really want two connectors. I think that'll be a pain. So let's just get one more connector. And we'll plonk him there. I don't really want that connecting. It's alright. Put a cable there. Okay, so everything should be connected. So the idea is, I'm going to get a piece of wheat. Here's the UI. It's a little bit out there, so I do need to make that so it doesn't connect. Is it possible to get down here? Disabled. Still gonna show it. Anyway, that's fine. Now I'm stuck. Wow. Its block model is quite large. Right. So what we want to do is we've got a farmer, and what we want to do is we want to item, and I'm going to create an extract of wheat. can pull a stack for every 20 ticks. So every second it's going to pull a stack of wheat. And it's going to place it into the sag mill. So in here we're going to create one as well, and it'll be insert wheat. Right, cool. So when this is running, which it probably already is, it will take wheat from there. Oh, it's night time. Sleep, so I don't get mobbed by mobs. So it'll take any wheat that's in the farmer, which I can't quite get close enough to. So there's no wheat in there now. I don't know if I can place wheat in. And it will place it into here. Cool. So then we want the flour, and I can't put this back in. It's a bit of a downside. I can't test this piece. Then we want to take, we'll go channel 2, and we will take from here, we're going to create another item channel. I mean, I could probably do it all on the same, probably could do it on the same one. I wonder. I know, because it's only in or out. So on here, I want to create and extract as much of it as it can, and it needs to place it in here. Place that in there. And then I want another one. Create. It will be insert into there, but it will be extract out of here. And it's going to be bread. So extract from here, bread. Insert into here, bread. So what I'm hoping it'll do is actually take the bread, put it in the other side, and then we'll have one last one. That must be the culinary generator, I'm guessing. One last more item, and we're going to extract from here. May get a bit of a backlog here. Extract toast. Extract toast. Stack. Insert toast. Cool. So it'll put flour in, it'll put bread in. Oh, that's not where we want it from. I need to do an extract and an insert. Because it's not coming from here. So maybe what I can do is on this insert one, I can actually do, no, not toast. Insert. Let's get a piece of bread. Well, let's get 4 pieces of bread then. So let's get back here and do insert on here. But I also want an extract bread on here. That seems a bit silly, but hopefully that'll work. It's gone into there. Let's see what we get. Flour. Flour's coming out of here. The bread. I think we're going to get a backlog. It's not working, is it? It's not extracting bread from the powered furnace. Extracting bread. Because it's got nowhere to put it. I might need to put, I wonder if I can do 2 connectors on the one block. That could be an interesting thing. Alright, give me a second. I think I'm going to have to put another connector on there. If that's the case, then that's easy. We'll work something out. We'll call this one like furnace in or something like that. Right, so when we're looking at it, we can go fern in, and then I'll put another one underneath fern out. So let's just try it. Now this is me learning XNAT while I record and derp for you guys. So let's go down under here, and it may need to be on this side to extract, you know what I mean. But I'm going to put it underneath because I don't want it to connect to that as well. So let's see if we can do this. Let's go fern in and we got fern out. So let's change the name of this one. Okay, did that work? Cool. So on here, we now have fern out. So if I say this one is extract, let's change this to insert. Let's change this to extract bread stack. Will that work? Bread's going back in as toast. Toast's getting pulled out. Awesome. This may actually be working. We won't know until we get like a backlog. Hopefully it won't get backed up here, because this is obviously a problem if it does happen. If it's going to happen like that, I will change this to 2 single furnaces. I just thought I'd give it a go. So we've got flour that can come in here. And obviously we're not going to get, it's only going to be when it backlogs that we're going to have an issue. So you can see there it's working how it should. I'm going to take this and just put this here for the moment. But power's being generated. Let's run the power over to here. That's probably going to plant a ton of stuff because I have a lot of seeds in there. Slowly getting power. It's planted something. There we go. Cool. So this is, it's a powerful setting, like a powerful setup, but you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, it works as an in-out. So I need to say I'm taking out of here and putting into here. In each channel you do, out, in, out, in. So in this case where I've got, you know, I could, if I had multiple sag mills, for example, I could pull out of here and then put into the multiple sag mills with each one having its own in. But this was just a little bit of it. Because I'm going back into the same block, I've ended up having to have the same deal. And we are running a little low on power in it too, so doing the double furnace may be a little bit of a problem. This isn't generating fast enough. I may need to get some either a second one, which again is doable, or end up getting some speed upgrades which will require GP. But this is filling up. Once this is full, you know, potentially there's not an issue. This is full. This needs power. This is producing, but it's only producing 65. It's only producing 56 RF a tick. So if we get a speed upgrade and get some GP, get some GP power, then we'll be laughing. But for the moment, wouldn't call it a completed build. It's pretty ugly down there. I'm going to leave this like this for the moment because potentially we could also, this is just a straight wheat farm, right? All these other items we can either put an importy bus for this, or we could XNet them to something else. Because obviously we've got canola. It's obviously not doing the sugar cane. Can you plant rice? Does the rice need to be planted on something particular? Oh, you're doing rice. Just need the power, right? Yep, cool. So we're getting rice. It's not doing anything with this. Maybe it's just not at that point. Sugarcane goes in there, but I can't shift click it in. Not sure if I can. Yeah, but I can shift click coffee seeds in. So potentially that's a waste of time. Might end up doing refined. I'll do one of these. The destructor. sit it over the top. So every time it grows to a certain height, it'll eat it. That might be the quickest way of doing that. Sugarcane. But yeah, that's XNet, basic XNet. Now this isn't even connected here because I haven't. You know, it would be a shame to connect up that power when we're not quite ready for it. I need to get more worms, so this is boosted a bit more. It's almost night time again. Sheesh. And so that really just needs me to head over here for a bit and just go a little nuts with this. Right, worms straight away. This will fade out. Come on, give me some worms. I mean, I've got 3. It's even more than that. Yeah, the water, you silly animals. Really? Oh well, I was hoping that would give me more than 3. 3 is a start, I guess. It is night time and there is something chasing me. This zombie's coming quick. We can go. Hey, buddy. Hey. Got some airtime there, didn't he? Let's head on back to base and have a quick nap. Just sleep in the yard, eh? Famous last words. Should be safe enough. Yeah, so that's, I guess, it's not quite where I want it to be. We could still get a little bit better in terms of growth rate, which is why I'm getting these worms. But this farm seems to be, you can see the little sparkle effects there from the worms. A little bits and pieces. So we got flax, we got rice, there's another one. And I really could just take all the dirt that I've got and cover this all up, and you never know any different, apart from the cables hanging out. And yes, this one is being run off the base power, but again, once we're up and running, we could potentially take that on to another step. I mean, we've got toast. Do they do toast sandwiches? Toast sandwich is just 2 toasts together, so that's not much better though. It's a little bit more. So that's 3.5 haunches and 2, 4, 6, 8.5, and this is 4 and 4, 6, 8, 9.5. So it's a little better for the sake of two toast. I mean, effectively we could put a crafter down there or something. But that's a working system. I don't know whether to put glass here because it is pretty ugly down there. I haven't made it neat and tidy at all. And I haven't cabled down to there, but this is working. This is now harvesting. Have some coffee. I don't know what to do with coffee yet. But yeah, nice little farm. We can use the rice for paper. We can use, which means really, I need sugarcane. I need the sugar to do speed upgrades. We've got flax for string, and we've got canola, which we can make power out of eventually. So we may get into canola-based power at some point. Again, just as a side note to having multiple ways of backup power, I guess. Automated farm, running off XNet. So, as I said, that was me learning as I went, but I have been watching other people, other YouTubers, mainly Direwolf lately, Direwolf20, playing around with XNet. And I was told that I can use XNet to do lava transfer, so maybe we'll go that route. Really need to get some more materials. But overall, so far so good. Things are going the right direction. So I need to mine up a ton more sand. I don't think there's any other way of getting sand. I just wasn't sure if there was anything else we could do in actually additions. Like, the drill is cool. Drills are great. You know, it takes RF, but it's not that expensive. So redstonia crystals are redstone in that machine downstairs. And diamantines are obviously diamonds. Inori blocks, that's just iron blocks. Some gold nuggets. Oh, sorry about that. Gold nuggets, black quartz. It's all fairly straightforward, but then I need something to charge it. We've got a few different generators here. This leaf-eating generator. We've got some range collectors. There's a few other bits and pieces. So, as I said, we'll see how this furnace setup outside goes. If it does backlog badly, then I will need to swap it out. There's nothing in it at all at the moment. We've got seeds. You're not meant to pull seeds. You're only meant to take wheat. Why are you taking seeds? That's weird. You are set to extract wheat. Yeah? And only wheat. And insert only wheat. You should never have seeds in there. Oh, well, hang on. The sag mill's gonna pull seeds, isn't it? I guess I could actually, seems a little silly. I could run another channel, because potentially we're gonna end up with issues where the sag mill is going to have, oops, seeds in it. So we could take them out and put them back into the farmer. Oops. Yeah. And that solves that problem of having seeds end up in there from the crafting process, because we will get the occasional, don't know if I can look at the recipes here, you will get the occasional seeds from the pulverization. It's working really well. Once we get full, I don't know what happens then, but again, as I said, some speed upgrades, we shouldn't have to worry about it. I could probably put a capacitor down there as well in the power line, and then we're not going to have to worry. Once it's generated, it'll just fill up the capacitor and keep everything chock-a-block full of power, because these hold 100,000 RF. This holds 100,000. This holds 30. This has got a storage of 100. It says 20 RF, so it's holding what? Sorry, 100. So there's a lot of power in that network. But yeah, this I'm happy with this. Tell me in the comments what you guys think about it. Basic little system, and we will need to start working on what to do with this stuff yet. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's a little bit early, but kind of at that point. Aha. Make things nice and neat and tidy through here. Can't do anything about the torch. But yeah. So this is our little farm. Comments in the section below. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Bye now.